Alright, welcome back. So we are continuing with the free response questions, this time through question 4, and then you'll have 5 and 6 for homework. Objectives are to find the relative and absolute extrema of a function, given the graph of its derivative, and then we'll be working with composite functions, so find the slope of the tangent line to a function, given the derivative of its input. So starting out, we've got this graph of the derivative. Again, be careful. So before you start any of these, because it's possible to get everything wrong, make sure that we check the labels first. So this is not the graph of f, this is the graph of f prime. Okay, so we've got the graph of f prime, the derivative of a twice differentiable function from 0 to 8. The graph of f prime has horizontal tangent lines at 1, 3, and 5. The areas of the regions between f prime and the x-axis are labeled in the figures. And the function is defined for all real numbers and satisfies f of 8 equals 4. Part A. Find all values in the open interval for which f has a local minimum and justify your answer. What do we have to do?
So since the graph is f prime, you have to see when it points meet 0.
Okay.
And it changes from negative.
Perfect. So we've got a couple points where we hit 0. But which one of these would it change from positive to negative at?
4.
Uh,
No. It should be negative to positive.
okay, negative to positive because we're a minimum. So that's x equals
No,
6. Okay. So I could say x equals 6 is the local minimum as it is the only critical point where f prime changes from positive to negative. Okay, part B. I want to find the absolute minimum on the interval from 0 to 8 and justify our answer.
So we have to check.
Okay, so we're checking 6. What else? And the endpoints, perfect. Okay. How could I find f at 0?
0 is oh we yes f0 is integration from 0 to 8, and then because we know f8,
We know f8, but that means we'll need to add the change from what to what?
8 to no 0 to 8.
I think you're right the first time. So we're going to change from 8 to 0 of f prime x dx. However, that's going right to left instead of left to right. So how can I change this?
Minus and then flip it
Okay, I know what you mean. So I'm going to subtract what happens if I flip the lower bound and upper bounds. So 0 to 8 of f prime x dx. Okay, that looks good.
Then so f8 is given, and then that's gonna be f8 minus f0.
So f0 is f8, which we said was 4, plus, minus rather, minus all of the areas that we have here. So what are my areas?
2, 6, minus 3 and 7. So 8, 5, and 15.
That's a minus 3, yeah. Okay. So how much do we have left?
That's 8, 5, 12, minus 8 is 10.
Minus 8, perfect. Okay, I'm going to swap colors for 6. So f of 6 is equal to what?
6
Okay, can you show our setup first?
Also, that's integration from 0 to 8. No, 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 6.
I need a start point first.
Oh, f0 plus.
Okay, I see. That's okay, but I would recommend not doing that because if we got our f0 wrong, that will make this step wrong. So what else could I do?
Oh, f8.
There we go.
Plus 8 to 6.
Okay, which again is f of 8 minus the integral from 6 to 8. Okay.
6 to 8 is 7. Or
Negative 3. Okay, and then f of 8 was given as 4. Okay, so I've got 4, negative 3, and negative 8. So what is our absolute minimum?
-8.
Okay. The absolute minimum of f on 0, 8 is negative 8. Okay. Any questions on B? Part C? I want to know on what intervals is the graph of f both concave down and increasing, and explain the reasoning.
Concave down and increasing should be negative. I mean, the f prime graph should be decreasing.
Okay.
Increasing means positive. So 3 to 4, yeah.
Okay. So you said our what was such the second derivative? Okay, our second derivative of f is negative, and the derivative is positive. on 3 to 4. Which is a closed interval. Therefore, f is concave down and increasing. Okay. Part D. We've got a function g, which is this composite function of f of x cubed. F of 3 is negative 5 over 2. I want to find the slope of the line tangent to the graph of g at x equals 3. What do I need to get a slope of a tangent line?
So we have to find G prime.
Okay. So we need g prime. Let's get a general form for g prime first.
So G prime x is equal to 3 times fx squared times G prime x.
Times what?
G prime x. No, x prime x.
F prime x. Okay. So then we need it at 3. Okay. So what is f at 3?
Minus 5 over 2.
And what is f prime 3?
4.
So what should our final answer be? You got it right. So this is 25 over 4 by 4. 75. Perfect. Do we have units? We don't have units. So just 75. Okay. Any questions on anything from today? Okay. So homework again is questions 5 and 6 from the same sheet. I'm going to save the annotations for you in case we need them later. So we're running up on tomorrow is the start of the last month of the class. Are there any tomorrow is the last month of the class, I think. So are there any topics that you feel like you want to cover in the last month? So otherwise I'm just going to keep going through free response questions. Yeah, I think so too. You've been scoring pretty high on pretty much everything we've done in Calc 2 for a long time now. I may want to take another look at polar equations at some point. And maybe pull some problems on Taylor series, but I think Taylor series has been cut now for you, so you've got nothing to worry about. Okay, this is annotations, and we should be good. Okay, so thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow for physics.
See ya.
Goodbye.